Get the fuck! Now I got water in my boots. Fuck me. So this is I guess a new thing to me. I'm gonna be doing a questionnaire. A questionnaire. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Basically, I posted up a question, or not a question. What the fuck am I talking about? I posted up a comment on my Facebook page, and basically opening up all the questions that anybody had to ask me. So that's what this video is about. So most of you have been wondering why I moved up to Washington, and I'll gladly tell you. Most of you probably don't know this, but I really love Edward Cullen. Really? Oh. Get the fuck out of here. No, I moved up here for work. I mean, a lot of you know that I'm a contractor, so we gotta move where the work calls. And the work called. Better pay up here. Can't get around that. Need money, especially to support all my fucking toys. A lot of people often wonder why I record while I ride, and it started off with me watching I guess 88 Hawaii. A lot of you guys probably don't know who he is, and I mean he had quite a few videos up at the time, and he was really the first person that actually listened to me and coached me for my first videos. My first videos were absolutely terrible, and most of the videos that I have up currently are just a few of what I've got. But what I really wanted to accomplish was to show progression. I wanted to be able to see myself, grow as a rider, and see I guess how long it would take me. I really just wanted to, have fun and be able to share my experiences with everybody. My first bike was a 2008 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. It was the special edition. Quite a few people have it here on the web, and it was a very good starter bike for myself. I'd never ridden previously, and I really didn't want to get into a 250. I wanted to be able to, I guess, wean myself into the power, so I had to really control my throttle a lot. I wanted to be able to learn the standard bike that most people have, which is a 600cc, and that was really the starting point for me, was on a 600cc bike. And it wasn't just like a sport bike, it was a super sport. So I mean, you can start off on a 600, you just need to be able to control yourself and your throttle control, and basically don't outride yourself or the bike. That's basically it for the 600s. Now I'm asked quite often, how do I feel about other people doing wheelies and stoppies, and do they consider it dangerous? Well, I mean, of course I consider it dangerous, but I mean, really anything you do is dangerous, and being able to control things like wheelies and stoppies I would say not as any dangerous as, a new person on a motorcycle. I mean, you really got to think about how shaky somebody is on a motorcycle, and then you turn that around to somebody that's really confident on a motorcycle. But then again, you can also go the other direction and go too far, and you could have people that are overconfident and be able to try and do too much. So I mean, there's a level medium, and for the people that think that I'm stupid in what I do, I mean, yeah, but you got to realize that everything that I do has, like, I guess you would say, a risk assessment. And anytime that I view myself doing a wheelie, or I'm preparing to take myself into doing a wheelie, there's a lot of things that I look at, such as, like, weather conditions, traffic flow, if there's anybody behind me, people I'm riding with. There's a lot of things that I look at before I even attempt to do a wheelie. That's why when you see anything on film, it's either one with very, very little to no traffic, or I mean, it's in a completely controlled environment. So I hope that explains it any better. So quite a few people have asked me about the comparison between my ZX6R and my ZX10, which both of them are of the same year. And do I really miss the ZX6? Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I loved having my ZX6. It was a very nimble bike. I could throw it around in the corners very easily. It was extremely fun, and it was just like a toy. I could really do anything with the bike. But the 1000, I mean, really had the power that I wanted. And what lacked in the corners for me made up for it with the power. I truly believe that I wanted more of the seat of your pants feeling. It just throws you back in your seat. It's an amazing motorcycle, and if you don't know how to control it, you'll end up losing it. So I mean, it's just, you need to be able to control it. I wouldn't recommend starting off on a 1000, but there are people that have other situations that don't want to progress, and I took a big I took a big leap just going straight to a ZX6. So as far as the comparison, I loved the ZX6, but the ZX10 just has the power. There's nothing that you can compare to that. What really inspires me to keep riding is it's just the thrill of the ride. It's really a freeing sensation, if you will. Even if it's not on the street and it's just on the dirt, or anything on, like, a motorized two wheels, it's a lot of fun. And I mean, if you feel that you really want to get on a motorcycle and everybody's telling you not to, I mean, I wouldn't say don't listen to them completely, but I mean, you should be able to make your own decisions, and just don't be stupid. I was asked, do I regret becoming a beloved motorcycle vlogger? And I wouldn't say regret, because I mean, I feel that the videos that I did or do contributes to entertainment, and that's really what it's gone to, is being able to go from watching myself progress to having fun with editing and filming styles to entertainment. And if it's not entertaining to you, then I'll stop. But I don't regret becoming a beloved motorcycle vlogger, I guess you could say. I embrace it, and I just enjoy being able to share my experiences with the rest of my community that I'm with. More on the subject of the community, motovlogging as a whole has grown considerably from just a few riders and filmers to maybe about 20 to 30, and now it's grown from that baseline to a quite larger number. And there's so many vloggers out there that just haven't had the chance to get noticed. or haven't produced something that's been able to like catch somebody else's eye. So I mean, the community is ever changing, and sometimes you lose people that don't want to continue, and some people just stop without any warning and delete their account and lose all of their videos. And you see it quite a bit, and it's sad, but it's a cycle. Out of I'd say like 15 vloggers that start, there's only going to be maybe one or two that actually thrive from it and be able to produce entertaining videos that are watched by the entire community and be able to be seen by a lot of riders. And the baseline of the community is being able to share other people's videos. If you find a vlogger, share their video by favoriting it. And all you have to do is look at somebody's favorites to be able to see, new videos that came up that they liked. It's not hard to find somebody, especially if they're producing more and more videos that are quality. A good question that I got was, how many tickets have I gotten from riding or stunting on public roads? And is the adrenaline worth the risk? The adrenaline isn't always worth the risk, but I will not disclose how many tickets I've gotten. I do a lot of dumb stuff on motorcycles that I do not support or condone. So don't do anything in my videos that you saw in my videos, because they are bad for you. A good question is, how did I learn to talk to myself when I started vlogging? And if you really think about it, everybody talks to themselves. It's just being able to speak out loud, or when nobody's really around, it doesn't matter what you say, really. I mean, you're saying it to yourself, but when you're saying it to a camera, all you really need to do is think about every person that is watching your videos or is going to watch your video. And it's like you have almost a one-way relationship with them until they leave a comment, and then it becomes a two-way conversation. So technically I'm not talking to myself, I'm just talking first, and then you're coming in and talking a little bit later with your comments. So I don't feel that I'm talking to myself at all. So one of the questions was, I look up to you as a rider. Who do you look up to, or is there a mirror where you look? I'd like to put it as, I have a split personality. There's the downshift side of me, and then there's myself. Myself is a fan of what the symbol of downshift stands for, and what that produces to the community of viewers and riders, and kids just wanting to get on a motorcycle. So I guess I'm a fan of what I produce, but as far as like any other rider, it's like I'm a fan of really every other rider. But with regards to like people that I like watching, I'd have to say, like, I started off watching Jeremy McGrath. That was huge when I was a kid, and I wish I would have been able to fulfill the dream of being able to ride a dirt bike. It just never happened when I was younger. But I also, I liked watching Travis Pastrana when I got older, because he was really the same age as me. When I got into street biking, it was Valentino Rossi and Ben Spies, and being able to watch those riders and see the techniques that they use. But other than them, it's just every rider that I've really ridden with. Like, I had a really good riding relationship with Nickname, and there's plenty of other riders that I would love to have ridden with. So who do I look up to? It's really everyone. I look up to every rider that has shown progression and just throws a leg over the bike. That's what I really look up to.